Welcome everyone to the Matsyasana, which is the fish pose. Such an important antidote for people who spend a lot of time at the screen with the hands forward in what we call keyboard asana. So the fish pose we're going to do passively today to open up the top chest. So we'll start with the initial variation is take a rolled blanket, make sure it's a tightly rolled blanket underneath your shoulder blades. So watch as Surya moves back and she takes the roll right underneath her shoulder blade. This is the first variation. It's the baby's setup. It's really the guppy of all the fish poses, but it's really valuable to open up the chest. So watch, we'll stretch the legs long, and when I palpate her shoulder blades, the roll is right underneath the scapula. The head rolls back to the floor. It's not a big opener in the top chest. It's not a huge back arch, but we are getting the shape of the lung and the neck. So practice this one so you can really feel that expansion of your upper chest cavity, particularly releasing neck, shoulder. But the most important thing is that the roll is directly under your shoulder blades. Notice how Surya extends her arms to lengthen her whole upper arm and armpit chest. If you get pain in the shoulder, then you can take your arms wider or even bring your arms back down into like the goalpost position. Okay, so another variation here is to stretch the arms straight out to the side. There's a slightly different effect on the bicep area and the attachment onto the pectoral region. So take arms out to the side. And then before we leave this, just take a couple of deep breaths. Expanding lungs, widening chest. Okay, so then to exit, you can bend your knees, ground the soles of your feet and roll to your side, and then sweep and rise and come back up. Okay, so now we'll go to the next stage, which is to take a block on its flat side. And most of you now will use a blanket for the back of your head. And so you could take the blanket fold for the back of your skull. So you have a setup like this of the block supporting the shoulder blade and the blanket supporting the head. So watch as she comes back. You want to make sure that your block is right underneath your shoulder blade. And then tip backward so that your head's supported somewhat. It's definitely what we call a thoracic extension, which means it's an upper back arch. So you want to make sure that you're not overly extending your neck. It could be the case that you do the movement without the prop, with the head going back to the floor. Just don't do the decapitation pose. So with the head supported, or onto the floor, you get a nice arch in the shape of the upper spine and the doming of the chest. So push out through your heels one way. At the same time, bring your hands to your elbows and move your elbows opposite. So heels and elbows move in opposite direction. And then the most important thing is to breathe into the prop. 60% of the lungs are in the back body because of the position of your heart, which takes up some of the room in the front chest. So now breathe into your back lungs that are virtually against the prop. Lightly push into the back of your head and take the skin, I'll show it manually here, down away from your ears. So the skin is moving towards your pelvis, away from your ears. In other words, you want the skin of the upper back, covering the shoulder, to slide down. Then you can extend your arms like we did in the first setup. It's another nice variation to open up the underarm. So opening up underarm chest, stretching breast tissue, lengthening upper ribs, and collarbone. So here you stay for 1 to 2 minutes. It's a pose you can virtually do cold as long as you support it correctly. Make sure you don't get any strain in your neck. Okay, so from here you bend your knees ground the soles of your feet, and then to come out of it, once again, you can roll to your side and then sweep up to sitting. Okay, so that's the fish pose, supported fish pose. Really valuable. Once you're upright, as Surya is now, she's going to take a couple breaths into her upper back, and you really feel the way the prop has helped expand the back lungs. So that's it for fish pose. Namaste.